seconds ago. And
Mm.
now I'm loading into the campaign so I can start the campaign. And my goal is to stream the campaign for this game, which I have done before. I think I've done it twice now.
Mhm.
But I always end up like losing progress, or I don't end up beating the whole campaign on stream. So now my goal is to actually stream the whole campaign. Not in one day, because I want to actually watch the cutscenes, do
Mhm.
as many side quests as possible, and all that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Must of course have to do the first mission. Can't really explore there, but afterwards I'm gonna I don't know, run around and do stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But how was your school day?
It was good. Didn't
Yeah,
really do much.
yeah, me either. This game, Rockstar did really get on. Like surprisingly, well, not really. They put a lot of work into this game. I think this was their biggest project of like the last decade,
Mhm.
because they weren't really doing anything else. Yeah, sure, they were dropping occasional updates for GTA,
Mhm.
but they weren't really doing much with the game, and they never really said anything about GTA 6 of if they were actually working on it or locations or anything. Right now, there's like little words going across the screen, but I am not fixing to read these.
Mm.
I'm gonna let whoever decides to watch stream, I'm letting them read it. I'm thinking so random, but whatever. Okay. I'm pretty sure I could skip this. Yes, I can. Rockstar Games presents. Actually, only thing I'm reading. That's it. Okay, there we go. My hands felt weird. They felt like they're always dry, but they felt extra dry.
Mhm.
One of the reasons I think I like this game so much is not like each part of the map has its own like different feel to it, and it will do like I guess different things towards your character.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So like when you're out in the cold, your character can
Mhm.
freeze if you're not wearing the right stuff. And if you're
Oh,
out where it's like hot, if you're wearing like winter coats, you can overheat and die.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you can like lose weight if you don't eat and stuff.
Any luck? I found a place where we can get some
So
shelter.
it's kind of like,
Let Davy
in some
rest, buddy.
cases, it's kind of like
You know,
on um
an old mine in town. Bad,
on
it ain't far.
GTA
Come,
San Andreas, how you could lose weight
come
and gain
on.
weight. It's kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
they kind of have the same thing with that case, but in this case, it's more realistic. Like, yeah, you can get obese in this game, but it's not the way that they had it proclaimed to
It,
be in GTA.
in GTA San Andreas, if you were obese, your character looked like a walking donut.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Uh, well, of course, like in real life, I guess you can be like that. Like, if you weigh 600 pounds, you're probably gonna be like that. Like in school, like in health, we watched this show called like
Bring
The
'em in
Biggest
here.
Loser.
Oh yeah.
hmm And they have these like
Heard about
really
that.
big people, and they work out
Yeah.
hard.
And then like whoever loses the most weight in a course of like 6 or so weeks, then they get like money or a trophy or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's like you probably get a trophy too, but I
Get
in
that
the
file.
season I'm
Wait,
watching in school,
Miss
they get like
Jones,
a
we've been
half a
right up
million
front since
dollars
we had
or
it.
something.
Mr. Pearson,
Oh wow.
see what we've got in terms of food.
If I was obese, I'd want to do that. But
Davy's dead.
then if you lose, then you're not gonna get anything.
Nothing
So
more you could have
not
Yeah,
really
done.
worth it.
I mean you're still losing weight
Supplies.
Mhm.
First of all, you're gonna stay here.
because everybody
You are
loses
gonna
weight
head
on that
west
show.
to
It's
the
just
warrant.
some people lose
Now,
more
since
than others.
John and Mike are scouting out ahead,
Mhm.
Arthur and I
Oh yeah, and I'm
try
pretty
to
sure in one of the seasons, I
find
don't know if it's on the
this
season you're watching, but in one of the
just for
seasons,
a short bit.
there's like
I'll see
teams
what
and
other
like
choices we
whichever
Yeah,
team
we're
has.
watching the couple season where it's like
listen.
blue, like two people for blue,
Listen to me,
two
all
for
you.
black,
Yeah,
red, yellow. Yeah,
and then like whichever
Tell me now.
team or like whoever has the lowest
Been a
weight
couple of
loss on
days.
the other team, they go home.
yeah. Elimination, and there's a
Hello,
ranch, two new
Davey,
trainers.
Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may
But
be
you know, I
okay.
mean, it's alright. It's
I
not
don't
my
know.
type of show. I've never liked shows like that. But you know,
But we
it's
lost some
school,
folks.
so watching school and show,
Now,
like
if I could
watching shows in
The way I
school,
myself
see it,
it's
watching
super
school
fun.
and show. But
in their stead,
the way I see it is if I were to watch it in
I'd
school, I
do
mean
it
it's better than doing work. So
gladly.
Yeah,
But we're gonna
like it's
ride out,
easier to sit there and
and we
watch
gotta
something
find
than
some
to do
food.
work.
Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't
In
nobody
English, like a couple of days
following
ago, we
us
started
through a
watching
storm
part of
like this
Romeo
one.
and Juliet.
And
Well,
by the time
the
they get
movie is
here,
called Romeo and Juliet.
well,
The
we're
actual
gonna
play is
be
called The
be
Tragedy of
long
Romeo and
gone.
Juliet. Because, spoiler alert,
We've
they
been through
die.
worse than this before.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, they commit
Mr.
suicide. So,
Pearson,
spoiler alert,
Miss
I don't know.
Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place
But
into a camp.
when we
We're
were
gonna be
watching the
here for a
movie,
few
there
days.
was a sub,
Now,
which
all
I
of
would
you,
have done the same thing if the
all of
teacher
you,
was actually there. But I watched like 10,
get
15 minutes of
yourselves
the story,
warm.
and then I fell asleep.
Stay
And
strong.
like when I woke up, my hand
Stay
was
with
completely
me.
numb and red
We
when I
ain't
woke up.
done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right. We've got some work to do.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill. Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask.
Oh, I'm like, we are not close to the job location. We're literally right around the
There
corner.
on that boat. We missed you. That's what happened. Come on.
Yeah, we're literally 0.13 miles away. It's
Did you
crazy.
notice this? Oh yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I just got a
Get
little
yourself indoors.
distracted. Like,
Rest that hand.
I don't know, I was like touching my chin and like when you move, like it feels harder than like if you just get, I don't know.
Need you strong.
It was
All
distracting
right.
me. I got distracted. But yeah, you're
Interesting. This.
nowhere near
Come on.
the
No, no.
objective.
I mean, it wasn't important. I wasn't directly talking to you, but
You weren't near
yeah,
the objective or whatever.
I
The
was.
mission.
I
Oh.
was too close to it.
Stick to the trail.
Oh, are you doing the gold or whatever?
Been 2
Mhm.
days or more like this now. Oh, it has to blow over soon.
Oh look, I have a nice little horse.
Careful over this bridge here.
Well, I'm sorry, Duchess horse. You ride too slow.
We lost Davy too. He's the last one, Arthur. No more.
This game did its horses like the best.
Warm and fed.
You said
100%.
that its horse was the best.
Yeah,
Tailing us in this. A couple more days.
the best.
We'll be
I like how
on the
you
other
can
side.
what's it called?
You
If you
need
like
to help me pick
chase
the others
bounties, you
back
can
up.
like lasso them.
You're the only
Yeah.
one I can rely on to stay strong right now.
You can like
Wait, is that someone coming?
drag them behind your horse.
Mhm.
They'll die eventually from it. Like if you
Yeah,
make them run into too many items.
Who's there?
it makes sense though in real life. You're not going to be invincible while being dragged against hard ground and there's like rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
If you play Saints Row, that hit different.
Think so. Found
Yeah.
At least the second one.
down that way.
If you played the full story.
Anyone home?
This one takes place. The Red Dead RDR2 takes place before RDR1,
How's Davy doing?
essentially.
They didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad.
boys is, or
Oh,
was, yeah. And Mac, Sean, we don't know
Dutch
quite a business.
and not Sean. Sean's alive. We just don't see him yet. I hate Micah. Every time I play the game, I still hate it.
Hey,
You
come
hate
here.
what?
Micah.
Micah,
Is she a character or something?
Yeah.
his storm came in. He hasn't seen him. He'll be fine. Things always turn out
I
right,
hate
son.
how long some characters like do interactions in this game. Like
Here somewhere,
I'm playing
so.
GTA.
Hey, Arthur, let me take the rear. You move up.
Like getting up off of a chair does not take 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like on when you have to swipe the cards at the same time,
You
Yeah,
run into anybody
it
it's
else?
like
should
they
that
take
like
so long to get off and on
We're
the
the only
cards.
ones crazy enough to be out
yeah
Like,
that shouldn't
like
take as
yeah.
long as it does.
Yeah.
And like the moving the cash, it's
Don't
like
talk to
in
me.
other games and movies they just take it all at once. No, no, one stack at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Let's get
Payday,
this
prime
straight,
example. When
gentlemen.
you're taking cash,
Heads up
they
ahead.
will take the entire thing. They won't sit there and they'll bag up the entire thing. They won't sit there and individually take one by one by one. Like,
Okay. Let's
It
head
doesn't
down
make
there.
sense.
yeah, I know this game is realistic, but in that portion, it's not realistic at all.
Yeah, it's like, and I feel like in the game you should be able to choose like voice lines for your character, like what they should sound like.
Mhm.
So then they can
Like
talk.
how
It's
you,
like, how are you supposed to
yeah,
do a whole heist with no sound, like without saying anything?
yeah. Even in Saints Row, they had voice lines in every single game for online and offline. It makes
Yeah.
no sense that GTA Online that
Let me
you don't
handle
get
this.
any voice
They
lines
don't want to speak
whatsoever.
these fine
Like what's
people.
weird about this game is that you can choose like what your character sounds like, but they don't talk.
Someone's having fun in there.
What?
Yeah,
Geek?
you get like in the
Get
online,
yourself out of sight.
you get
Don't let
like
any
voice line
animals,
options like
intimidating them
13 or whatever,
three nasty-looking degenerates.
and they
Micah,
don't say
hide behind
anything.
that wagon. Arthur, you take that old shed on the left and stay low.
It's
Both
weird.
of you.
I just tried to
Yeah,
drink
so
water with the cap on. That's crazy.
big brain.
Because I forgot that like every time, because like I drink water when I play all the time, but
Oh yeah, same. I drink like 2 bottles.
Hello?
like I keep putting the cap on right after drinking out of it.
Most of the time, I'll literally just leave it
What
without
you
the
want?
cap on.
I am
Yeah,
very
usually I
sorry
don't, but
to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got a
or
little
I
something,
like the
so
first person in
we'll
this
walk
game so
away.
So you
much.
know how for the terabyte you can do diamond shopping?
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
I wish they would do that with a lot more heists. Like, technically for Felisa, I don't need a drill. I could just blow open the vault. Technically, I don't need an armored car. I could just use a bike or something. And like, I feel like if I can, like, I feel like you should get more money for, like, having a more thought out plan.
keep your
But
eyes
at the
on the
same
dice.
time, I feel like, they should just allow you to do it anyway for the same amount. Because if you think about it, in real life, like, yeah, you should plan out a heist, but like, sometimes in Payday, there's like these things called pre-planning where you can get basically extra stuff.
Yeah.
Technically, you don't need any requirements to do any heists in Payday. Now, some heists where they're stealth, technically you're required to get a suppressor, but technically you could also just use what's it called, a melee. But that's
Yeah.
just what I think.
Games just don't make sense sometimes
Mhm. Like, and
with
then
their
to
logic.
set up,
Didn't seem to be too
yeah, and
much
then
of
to
a
set up
battle.
Felisa, you need what's it called? Or, well, you don't need to, but you get a cargo bot too. Like, technically,
Micah,
that wasn't really necessary because literally in Pacific Standard,
let's go see
harder
what's
heists,
starving.
all you do, because if you think about it, if we really wanted to, we could just do the same thing, drive to a sim location and hop on the terabyte.
Yeah.
So,
Smells
yeah,
like a party in here.
but that's what I think. I feel like they should do more. Like, yeah, you can rob a store, but like that gets boring really fast. I feel like it would just be a lot better if I could. Just and there's a lot more banks too, like the bank in the prologue. I know you obviously can't get in the prologue location, but like, what if you could like I don't know, like fly over there or something?
Yeah,
I mean, I think you can, but it's a glitch location.
that's why I kind of like this game's heist, because in this game you don't like, yeah, you have to steal stuff for like certain heist stuff like explosives,
Hmm.
but for the most part, once you're on the heist, you can just choose to like start shooting up everybody, or you can choose to go stealthy or whatever. So I enjoy
Yeah.
that.
And then technically in only one of the heists of GTA you could do that, but technically even some heists that aren't supposed to go loud in or in Payday, you can take silent. Because if no one sees you kill anybody, then technically you're not going loud.
Yeah.
And if they don't keep it going. But like I said, I wish then there's this place like out in the country that you go in for what's it called? That you go to for for a prologue mission, or not a prologue mission, but like a campaign mission, and it's called the Blaine County Bank, and
Yeah.
even that place looks pretty cool.
That's why I kind of like playing what's it called? Like Watch Dogs, because the
Oh my
campaign is
god,
more
Watch Dogs
like
is so fun.
it's more controllable on the campaign, like with your choices, I guess.
You know, in the first one, how like the story was like more dark than the second one. I don't know if you ever played the second one, but you've played the first one, and the
I've
campaign's
played
a
a
lot
little
more
bit
dark.
of the second one, just a little bit.
Yeah, but even if you played the prologue, you would know like the second one is a lot more goofier than the first one.
Yeah,
Even in the what?
in the second one, the first like mission, prologue mission, you're going in to clear your like your ID or
Yeah, your
whatever.
criminal record. But
Yeah.
even afterwards, they have like this big party and they get drunk, and then he wakes up in like uh this random person's house, and even in that aspect alone. And then in the mission for the first one, what do you do for the first mission?
The
Oh
first.
yeah, you go to that baseball stadium and you stealth it. That's what you do, and then you
Yeah.
like save. But yeah, it's a lot darker. And some people said they didn't like that, and I was like, well, I don't really prefer like a lighter story or a darker story, but definitely, I didn't think the first one was had like a like I didn't think the first and second game had a better campaign. I just kind of thought they both were really good.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
first one has like a. I almost like the combat of the second one better.
yeah, because in the first, that's the biggest flaw with the first one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people hate is the fact that if you kill civilians, that like if you think about it, if you're a vigilante, yeah, you wouldn't want to kill civilians because then they'll see you as a bad guy. But at the same time, if you kill a civilian, like that shouldn't affect you. That's why I kind of like the second one.
Yeah.
But
The driving is better in the second one too. They
yeah,
improved the game, but I like the guns in the first one a bit more.
yeah, the guns in the second one weren't all that good in my opinion. Like I'm not just saying that. Like not only in the first game were there like a lot more options. Like there's a bunch of stealth weapons
Yeah.
and a bunch of weapons that you can earn through side quests. Basically, in the first game, all you had to do, or in the second game, you could just buy every gun with no requirements, besides obviously like DLC guns. Which obviously some people might like that because it's like, what if I don't want to grind for guns? It's true, but like, wouldn't you want some incentive? Like, oh yeah, I just got this really good gun. Like, I'm pretty sure there was these missions called stop the convoy where there's like obviously a convoy and you kill a certain target or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you did like 50 of those, you got this sniper called the Destroyer, and it only had 2 shots, but it one tapped every kind of enemy, and that was like my favorite weapon.
Yeah. The campaign in the first one was fun actually, except for the like one of the last missions where there's this guy with ridiculous amounts of armor and you have to like blow him up.
Oh yeah, the Iraq guy, I hate that mission too.
You
Oh,
can use
another
like
mission I don't like is what's it called? is like the final mission. It's not hard, but there's so much cops that it makes it like difficult to do
Oh,
certain
where you have to
objectives.
drive that girl and
Yeah.
her daughter out of the city and like
No, it
yeah.
wasn't her daughter, it was her son,
Well,
but yeah.
son, I couldn't remember exactly, but yeah, and
Yeah.
like
I
if
hate
you get
that
spotted
mission.
at all, yeah,
Yeah, then the mission's over. And then I learned this the hard way, but there's this ramp on the way to the place where you have to drop them off. And if you hit that ramp and your car explodes, like it flips over and explodes, then the mission's over. Even if it just flips over and you can't get it back over in time, the mission will end. And I was like,
yeah.
oh wow.
No, she ain't, Michael. Look at her. Miss. Are
Man, Mike is so dumb.
Who said that? Oh,
Miss,
character name.
it's gonna be
I
okay.
wasn't asking for no
We mean you no harm. Miss,
help.
it'll be okay.
But yeah, in my opinion, both games are really good. The only problem I have with the first game is like obviously because you said they improved it in the second game. It's like going from the second game back to the first one. There's so much less hacking options. Like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
second one,
There's like no real opportunities for hacking in the first one. It's like yeah, you can hack occasional like ATMs
phones
and
and stuff,
yeah.
but
In the
yeah,
second one, you can
there
call
wasn't.
cops on people with their phones and
Yeah, you can start gang fights. You can like full on control and start cars. Like I don't know, it's a lot better.
yeah,
But something that I noticed that they took from the second game and put it back in the, but they didn't take it from the second game. They took it out from the second game but left it in the first game was, what is it?
Adler.
Um,
Sadie.
oh,
Adler.
in the second game, if people have like they can call extra help, you can't disable them like you can in the first game. Like
yeah.
in the first game, you could like obviously, like I said, disable them and take it away from them, take away
What
that
was his
ability.
name?
But
Like Aiden? Aiden
yeah,
Pierce or
Aiden
something?
Pierce, yeah,
Yeah, I like Aiden. Aiden's cool.
yeah. I thought everything he really did was cool. And then also at times, how serious he was kind of like, oh wow, like you can't really mess with him at all.
Yeah,
How'd you get on?
I like the mission where you meet the other hacker at the bar, the drunk guy, and he takes you
Oh
to the like
yeah,
that hacker's
T-Bone.
island or whatever. I
Yeah,
like that.
We found
I'm
That's
trying to
cool.
think of my favorite mission.
more about. Apparently,
I don't know.
train.
I wouldn't
There's
say
a
it's my
lot of
very
them.
favorite, but that's one of my favorites.
Well,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So we found some supplies, some blankets.
In the second one, though, I do like
This horse.
how there is more clothing options, more cars, how you
Like
can
in the
like spawn
first
in your
one, you can
cars. And,
only like in the first one, you could only like put on different styles of the coat. Like
hmm
it was never like full on like change the shoes, change the shirt, all that.
I need some rest. I haven't slept
Yeah.
in 3 days.
You're over
I
here.
do like
There's
though
some
in the
sales
first
located.
one,
Mr.
there's
Morgan,
a hidden
can you
like
do another room
Easter
over
egg where you can find Bruce Wayne, like Batman.
there? Mr. Bell.
Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Bell is
that's
over
right.
there.
What? How come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk?
In the second one, there was oh what's it called? There was a reference to Aiden Pierce. He was in prison and then you free him.
Yeah, and he like turns off the camera and then
Yeah, and then you don't see him anymore. I like that mission. But I think overall my favorite mission is probably the last one because it's like full on stealth, like you can't take it loud. But the reason it's my favorite is because like there's so many different hacking opportunities and I just find it like really fun. Like it's really not that hard to stealth, but then again I've done it like 7 times, but
How you doing?
yeah.
I don't know. I really like it.
You?
I'm kind of worried about the third game though,
I'm sorry.
because I feel like there's so many ways
Yeah.
where it can go wrong.
Got himself caught.
Yeah, because it's like not only are there 9 million playable characters they said at
Yeah,
is it
and
like
yeah, you can play like as an old lady too. I just feel like that
Yeah.
messes up the game. The game has always been about like one specific character that like
Yeah.
is
And
like
there's always been
special.
like this big conflict. Like in the first one, Aiden faced like because all these people were out to get his family, and he wanted to obviously kill them. And he wanted to like kind of have full control. Then the second one, there's this guy, I don't even remember his name, but he's
Me
basically
either.
this cop that kept trying to like mess up all of their operations and
Thank
stuff,
you.
and they wanted to kill him too, basically.
This way.
And there was always like a main focus, but in this, like obviously in the third game, there's gonna be like a main focus, probably to like get everybody on your side. But like, there's not like somebody that you like, like you're looking at, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
um, and like obviously there will be names, but there's not like a main character. It's kind of just like everyone can be the
Yeah,
main
I feel
character.
like the game is more of like, I feel like it's gonna be more co-op based, like more.
Yeah,
I just don't. It just doesn't feel like they're going in the right direction from the first two.
yeah. And then it would be a lot better if they did it like GTA, the campaign where it's like, yes, there's three different characters, but there's only three,
They
and it's
all
not like there's,
tie. They all tie together in a way. All
yeah,
these characters don't have connections together.
yeah, they're just random people off the street that you can recruit.
And yeah, why would everybody have the ability to know how to hack? Like, doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't seem right.
And like obviously people specialize in different things, but it's like, how do you know some random person off the street can know how to like, I don't know, take down an entire? And then not only that, but they also said at E3, if your character like dies, like they can't come back.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's gonna suck because it's like, what if you're using your favorite character and then they die? Maybe they might make it so where if they die you can find them again, but if they make it to where they die and they don't come back, then I feel like that's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot that I feel like can go wrong.
hmm Or either go wrong or make people not like the game.
Yeah.
So, you were there.
Like,
What really?
It's
that's
coming out
why.
in March, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, honestly, I did you hear about Samsung's two newest phones? There's a phone that they have that can fold in half.
Oh yeah,
So
I
besides
know.
that one, they're dropping a new one. It's their 20 phone. It's the S20 and like the S20 like Super or whatever. But it's crazy. 8K resolutions, like it's crazy.
And then if you thought 4K looked nice,
But it has 5 cameras on it.
wow.
But it looks nice though, and it's like
When I found out they were special for including 3 cameras.
there's 5 total cameras, and it's like it has the default space is 1 terabyte. It's crazy.
Oh, my max. It says I have max health now, but it told me that before, so I don't know how true that is.
And oh, in GTA, every time you level up, you get your max health because it's a new level, and every level has a higher health.
Oh, okay. And I
But
can keep.
like, it has 140 like hertz. The screen runs
Oh
at
yeah, I know.
140
It's one of
hertz.
the. It's one of the. What's it called? It's gonna be like one of the only phones that can run that fast.
I think right now I think it is the only phone that can. The iPhone doesn't run
Okay,
140 hertz.
I think it can record videos and what's it called? Take photos at like not take photos, but record videos at 120. But that's still I don't know if it runs 120, but I know it can record videos at
Yeah, see,
120.
the 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 Samsung though, it records in 8K and 300 times space zoom and 3 times optical zoom.
Oh.
So that's professional like tier grade type cameras.
Yeah, that's like the kind of things you put in a PC.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want it. I actually and it's actually cheaper than buying like a complete brand new phone. Well,
hmm
it's like $700 because you know how they like when they release a new phone, they release like 3 of the same type. It's like you can get the standard and then you can get like the plus and then like the one after it, right?
hmm
So that's what iPhone did. They released the 11, then there's the Pro, and then the 11 Pro Max or whatever. That's what they did, and like the default one, like the S20, is $799,
Oh wow.
and then they go up to like 1,000 something. But and it has like 5,000 mAh, so it's like it's pretty nice. Like,
Yeah.
Down this way.
and really, I'm not really like biased against one type of phone because I have a Samsung and an iPhone. I enjoy them both, and
Mhm.
they both have things that they do better.
Yeah.
You sure about this?
I do like Samsung's charging way more than iPhone's though. Like they have the charging pads where you can just put
Mhm.
the phone on the charging pad and it will charge it.
Nieta, we're high up here. You're
I don't know if
Yeah.
iPhone does that or not, but like
My grandma has one. Yeah, they do that. I don't know if it was branded under Apple though. It was just like something in the store that she found, and they were like, "Oh yeah, do you have like an iPhone or an LG?" And she was like, "Yeah," and then they were like, "Oh yeah, this is compatible with that."
yeah, and there's like the dual charging on the Samsung, so you can like connect phones to charge them and stuff.
Mm.
It's cool. Like I like it.
Okay.
It's nice technology. Like
Watch your step. This is real slippery. Stay close to the wall. Up here. Come on.
this game
Come on.
is really fun. Like
Mhm.
the climbing is actually realistic.
Come on.
They don't just I don't know. The
The
way
only
like
thing though that I think this is what all games face though is when you play a game so like and you just grind it out and you get everything, it comes to at a point where you just don't know what to do anymore, and at that point it's kind of like, well, I think I should stop playing this game because like with Watch Dogs, I had every gun, every like possible skill, every like hack, like everything, and then it came to a point where it was like,
It's a few days.
what do I do now? Like I kind of just after that point just started like helping
Here.
new players. Which, if you think about it, why would new people be playing Watch Dogs? But you know, I guess some people find it a really good game. But
yeah,
I just started helping new players, and
Let's keep
that was
moving.
about it.
Come on.
that's how I feel with GTA.
Hmm.
I've done everything. And Minecraft, I've done everything.
Yeah, and then I kind of found, or I found it kind of interesting that Cameron and Evan kept wanting to go on that world, and it's like you already told them that you didn't go on it often, and you were just on it because you wanted to.
Hot down, Marston.
I feel like
Down here.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a cool world, but I just feel like they play Minecraft too much.
I think the only reason they want to go on it is because I have some of the stuff.
Never thought I'd say
Hmm.
this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
The only reason I would want to go back on is to finish my house.
You don't look so good.
Yeah, and when I said you could build in that whole square space, I didn't think you would take up the whole square space with one house.
Yeah, I started at the edge of the square space. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna build like a nice little like
Just yet.
house or something.
Cottage. Oh,
Take up the whole square. Which is fine and don't care. I
oh
got
my
done clearing
god.
more land recently. I'm evening out a cave right now.
Yeah. So you know, the job I was talking about, I was gonna do robbery in progress.
Hmm.
It was funny because I didn't know that this was possible, but there was like, I don't have any armor. I'm gonna die. I didn't know this was possible, but there was a juggernaut in front of the door, and I didn't know that those spawned on this mission.
I've never seen them before.
Yeah, it was a juggernaut with a minigun too. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no, this isn't good. There's
Oh my
wolves.
lord.
Go. Draw them off.
Wolves.
All right, John, come on. Let's get you on that horse.
One thing that I think that's better about Payday is like, if you kill a civilian, it won't affect, like, it won't, cause like if you kill a civilian, that won't make somebody want to hit the alarm. But what it will do is like, so like, let's say me and you were doing a heist and I killed 3 civilians. They'll add 30 seconds to when you have to get bailed out, cause like he'll negotiate and try to get you out. And if you don't have any hostages to trade for you, then that'll add 30 seconds, and it'll basically add 10 seconds to every hostage you kill. and
Yeah.
take away $10,000. So I think
Oh,
what
I just ran. Oh no. Okay, luckily that didn't kill the mission.
if you have a certain skill, it only takes away like 4,000 or 8,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll take away 10,000. So obviously, if you get a million, we'll only have 990,000. But most of the time, I end up just killing most of the civilians that I can tie down because I can't risk like um doing other things like I don't know, bagging extra loot while the vault or like while the drill is opening the vault.
Yeah.
And I can't risk having somebody out in the open and then I forget about them and then they just like hit an alarm. Cause like on some maps, they don't have to call the police. They can just hit an alarm and then they instantly are notified. So, but
Hmm.
in real life, if you think about it, there's not gonna just be like alarms just out in the open. Like, I mean, they could have glass over the top, but I mean like the alarms are just open for anyone to hit it. Like, you never know, someone's kid could just be like pop. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it was like an old style build
I I
thing.
guess.
More coming down the hill.
I mean, that's how schools kind of are. They kind of just have it like for anybody to pool.
And the good thing about Payday is there's like technically there's a hacker, like there's an actual person that hacks in the game, but they only hack things like cops' armors and cameras and stuff. They don't really necessarily like hack like doors and stuff, cause like technically everyone can hack a door in Payday as long as you have the right skills.
Yeah.
Just about. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I haven't really played it, so I wouldn't know. I've only played Payday 1 on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, the one that's just called
Payday.
Payday the Highest.
Unlucky. None of us are lucky right now.
Oh my god, my deluxo just got stuck in a garden.
Should ride in the water for a bit. Try
I
to
hate
Or
when
more
that happens.
specifically, like,
follow the trail right back
yeah, I
to
guess I'll
camp.
just say
You
garden.
know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for that scar.
What color was your deluxo when you had one?
Bleeding,
If
Uh,
I'm assuming you had one.
damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
what color was it? I want to
If it,
say
Come on,
green,
push hard.
but
I was
I'm
hoping
not
you wouldn't say that because
sure.
I feel like green on the deluxo
Well,
list.
no, mine
It's
was
so
like a
ugly.
crew color green.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Were you in Yeti's crew at the time?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I know the color. I mean, I
so
could see that on the deluxo.
greenish maybe. I don't. It was
It
like a
was like a
greenish color, like
greenish, yeah,
almost like a
like a
green
greenish blue.
blue or a green chrome
Mhm.
look. So
Yeah,
sort of green.
I was in Yeti's crew and I saw the color. So.
Yeah, that was my color because I had the crew color in there. So that.
Oh, come on, let's get you warm. Thank you both. This is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Lockton. Thank you.
What's your favorite Call of Duty game? Space.
Are we talking about like Call of Duty or like Black Ops? Like Call of Duty Black Ops or
Both.
just Call of Duty? For favorite Call of Duty game, the new Modern Warfare. Favorite Black Ops 2.
I love Stay 2 as well. It's like my favorite overall.
So for me,
Like,
for the Black Ops games, there's go 2, 3, 4, 1, and then yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops, and then Ghosts, and then Infinite, and then Advanced.
I didn't really like Advance if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
either.
it was an okay game. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. The story, like I said, or like the story, like we talk about all the time, in most what's it called games, they're always very good. But
Infinite
the
storyline
online,
was terrible.
I
It was the, I
hated
don't know if
it.
you really
Infinity.
played it a lot.
No, I did.
Terrible. You would hop in your spaceship, go somewhere, kill people, fly
Yeah,
back, go somewhere else, kill people. It was so repetitive. It was so boring. I didn't even beat the
yeah, it was
campaign.
so tedious, and it wasn't even that enjoyable to play.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know if I didn't even know if there was an actual end to the game. I didn't know if it was just like, you know, those games where they just have infinite missions and they like,
Yeah, Warframe is a prime example.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like that or not, so I never tried to beat it. I gave up. It was so boring.
Hated Infinite. I thought it was gonna be better because I saw in the campaign when you were like in space and stuff, and you could
Yeah,
like
you
do
would go
full
in space.
360s and you could grapple around to different places. That looked fun. But then when you actually play the game and realize the missions are basically the same thing with different objectives, it's like, okay.
Oh, no, it was the same objective. It was like kill these people, stop them from doing this, fly your
Yeah.
spaceship, fight some airplanes, fly back, fly
I remember
here,
there was this
do the same
mission
thing. It's
where
so boring.
it was like kill the guy and he basically had a sniper and he was like super deadly accurate with it and whatever. I
It's so
played that,
boring.
I beat him. And then it was like another mission where instead of having a sniper, he had a minigun, but he was deadly accurate with the minigun too. And I was like, wait a second. Then I realized it was like the same thing with different weapons. It was
Yeah,
hella
I
annoying.
never beat it. Infinite, I never
I never
beat.
beat it too. I did like what felt like 1,000 missions, and then at one point I'm just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Like advanced campaign was fun because it's like, well, for me it
Yeah,
was anyways, because you don't have your
it
suit,
was
you get
fun.
your suit at the end. It was quick. It was like 12 missions long.
It was quick and fun. It was basically like if Black Ops 2 and 1 basically like had a middle point. That's kind of what I felt
For
like.
me, Black Ops One's campaign was alright. I actually
Mhm.
liked Black Ops. No, the campaign was good, but the multiplayer was eh. In my
Mhm. I
opinion,
didn't
I
like
didn't
the
like the
weapons that
maps.
were in that game. I felt like they were all pretty bad.
I was fine with the weapons. I just didn't like the maps, except for like the classic like Nuketown and
Yeah, everybody likes it down, and if you don't, you're weird.
Black Ops 2's campaign was fun. I liked the horse mission. I liked all the missions,
I
relatively.
liked a lot of the missions too.
Couple of days on the lam, and you lot have all turned yellow.
But yeah, and then Cameron, now that I was thinking about it, because he was like,
So many long
when I was
nights
saying I was
fixing
gonna
to
deposit my money, he's like, it wasn't more than
folks
200K,
miss the
and I
time that
said,
fell.
um,
I don't want no fuss.
374,000. He doesn't realize if you were to actually grind this for like a full day, like theoretically speaking, let's say we didn't have to get up to use the bathroom, or didn't have to get up to eat, and we just sat down and grinded headhunter and client missions and like that all day. We could probably make upwards to like $1 million. But the problem is, not only would I get bored, but I don't want to grind that hard for a game that's, I don't know, mediocre.
Dead.
Yeah.
Nobody literally plays. Like, yeah, people play the game. That's any GTA. You can go back to GTA 4 and still find people
On the
online.
PS3, there's still people play that. Even on 5 on the PS4, you can still probably find people.
I would never doubt you, Dutch. You
But
revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
obviously, older games like GTA 4 and like Vice City and is there even? I don't even think there's a
There,
multiplayer for Vice City.
I don't believe there was.
Trains and detonators here.
I didn't really like Vice City, if I'm being honest.
I never really liked
You think now is the right time
most
to
of
hit
them.
a train. Now
Four's campaign. The only reason I didn't like Four's campaign
I'm getting too old for
was
that life.
because
Matthews, Mr.
in
Smith, Mr.
the
Pearson,
campaign,
would you please look after the place?
it was like, yeah, you're a Russian, like, guy coming, like, immigrant coming down to start a new life with your cousin, because apparently he's a rich millionaire, which he wasn't.
Yeah,
And
he lived in some like not
apartment,
junkyard, but like yeah, raggedy apartment.
and he promised he had, like, Lamborghinis and all this and all that. But it just wasn't really fun. It felt, and like,
Yeah, even the DLC where it had that other guy. It was like the Ballad of Tony. I'm pretty sure. I didn't
yeah.
even really like that one that a lot either.
But the thing is, it's like you would. I don't know, like I don't know if this is just me, but I'd be on a mission and I'd accidentally pick up a brick because you could pick up bricks and
Yeah,
I'd
you could
die.
pick up virtually like anything. You could pick up like cigarettes and stuff, but you die. Like, what do you mean?
You know, like I'd get shot and I'd die on a mission because I'd pick up a brick and throw a brick instead of shooting with the gun. And
Oh
they,
yeah, because if
oh
you
my
pick up
god,
something and you
this
don't realize it, then you're just
the
like you
steering
holding
in
it.
that game was so bad. The cars were terrible.
Yeah, every car was horrible.
This is the right move.
Like, they felt so bad to me.
You know I got your back.
No, I'm with you on that. They were
I heard a
horrible.
long time ago that you hit Como Driscoll. Wait for him, and people you love will die.
And, like, I don't know.
But
It just felt so
I felt like
hard.
San Andreas. It wasn't
It was
obviously
the
like there was a bunch of.
best.
One way or
Yeah, it
another.
was the best. There's some things like obviously like when people would talk how they would always like do the same arm motions and they barely move
It
it.
was an old game. It
Yeah,
really was.
but that's what I was saying. Like that's what I was gonna say. The only reason that people would find that as a flaw is because in newer games, since they actually move their lips and stuff, and since it was such an old game, it wasn't like that. But now, like I don't know, I find it like if you were to play it solo, I would find it like a really fun game to just like kind of go back to.
Here's the thing. The game made sense. GTA 5's campaign made no sense. You
Yeah,
rob a bank and you get the military after you in one mission. You
yeah, and
kill
then you
movie
just basically
stars. It just makes no sense.
yeah,
But
and then in that game it was like you just got back from Liberty City and now you're back at Grove Street and now you've seen that the enemy what's it called the enemy gangs have taken over your terror. So it's basically like you're trying to take them back and put like more respect. And also I'm pretty sure weren't you trying to find the person who killed your mom?
something like that. I just know that the game was like, because it was supposed to be a gang-based game. You were actually a part of it.
Hold position here.
But no, the new ones, it's like, you're a bank robber. Yeah, I get it, you're bank robbing. But it's just unrealistic bank robbing.
Yeah, it's like go to a jewelry store, smash a bunch of stuff. Like the heist in
Yeah,
online
see,
is
that's
like,
fine, but it's like, you're not gonna rob a bank and get tanks after you. That's not how that
yeah,
works. They're not gonna send the military after 4 bank robbers. Because
yeah.
it's
In my
each
show
other.
that I've watched on Netflix, it was basically about how these people were gonna plan to stay in a bank with a bunch of like hostages, with one being like close to the Queen of England, and she was like a high priority target and whatever. It was basically how they were gonna basically print their own money in this place called the Royal Mint,
Yeah, you
and
told me
they were
about
gonna
it.
stay in the yeah, whatever. But what? What was I trying to say? Trying to get a point.
About how they don't send military after bank
Oh yeah,
robbers.
they say there were 7 bank robbers, and the best thing they did was basically put regular officers in like enhanced gear, like I don't
Well,
know,
yeah,
like
they'll send
bullets
like
and
the
helmets and
SWAT
stuff.
team.
Yeah, but they're not going to send entire tanks over 7 bank robbers. Now, if you had like I don't know, like like known convicts that have like killed multiple people, yeah, maybe.
They're
Or
not.
like if you knew they
Here's the
had like
thing. If it's a real bank robber, even with known convicts, they're not sending the military. They're gonna send like up. They might. The most they'll do is send like,
Grab that rifle from your horse.
like more trained SWATs where they have all this special
Boys, be ready to
gear,
pick
and
them off from up there.
they're not
Sure thing.
sending no armored tank
yeah.
for somebody who's robbing a bank. It's just not what's happening.
Come on, let's go. Seems easy. Take the same
But in the, I don't know if you really care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. But in the part where I'm in, they're basically robbing.
just
They're not robbing the same place, but they're robbing a place in Spain,
have you
Hmm.
completely
and it's basically this big like bank, like a gigantic vault, and it's a bunch of diamonds, and then there's like this secret vault inside of it that basically has a bunch of like government secrets that could like nuke launch codes and stuff. Question, don't know why you have that in a bank, but the banks does or the vault is designed to where if a person doesn't put their hand on the like because there's a governor of the bank, so if they don't put their hand on the vault then um then it will start flooding in water with water that can like fill the entire place in 16 minutes.
Which
And
doesn't really make sense, but okay.
yeah, It really doesn't. And the part I think that really doesn't make sense is like if they really wanted to get into the vault without, because it ended up flooding with water because the governor refused to put his hand. If they really wanted to get into the vault, they would just cut off his hand. I know that sounds violent, but if they really wanted to, that's what they would have done. And
Yeah.
not only that, but it's like they did it because somebody that died on the last heist really wanted to, because they basically had a disease that would end their life in 3 years,
Mhm.
and they really wanted to do that as their
Welcome
final
to the
job.
stream, by the way. Didn't see somebody joined.
But they really wanted to do that as their final job, but
There
like I
goes
said, they died on the last heist and they couldn't make it.
No, but the way
And that's kind of why they did it as kind of like a revenge story. And also they
Yeah.
had captured another one of the heisters and they were torturing him illegally, so it's kind of like a message to the public like, um, if they keep stealing our robbers, then we'll just keep stealing their cash, and it was kind of just
Well,
like one of
yeah,
the
but
things like
all
that.
torture is illegal. All torture.
Yeah,
There is no form of legal torture.
legal torture. Yeah,
The
exactly.
the government can't even do legal torture.
Yeah.
come on, follow me.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes.
Let's get in cover.
Okay. Cover.
So, what are we doing, Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch,
I
what's
can
the
take
plan?
this if you want. Just make the call. You want to take the lead? Go.
Okay, no,
Okay, fine. You make the move.
you can make the move, Dutch.
All right, on me. Good luck.
Boom.
You wait.
Sorry, sir. I was sitting there busy trying to kill somebody else. Look at that guy.
And then you want to hear something interesting? And I like the show because there's a lot of things that's like extremely smart about it. So basically, one of the robbers um, had gotten, had gotten captured.
Yeah.
So, and you usually would think that's like game over for most people, like, but what happened was they had hired like an outside, I guess you could call it like a support crew, and it was like 3 armed people, and
Yeah.
they chased down the van that she was being transported in with bikes, and they basically, like they stopped the bike because they were acting like they were trying to sell them like cookies or something. I can't really remember, but they were like, so they did that. They like stopped the van. They start spray painting the windows black so they can't see out of them. And then they put a bomb like in front of the car in a little spot where they could still see out of. But it wasn't a real one. And they jumped out of the car thinking it was. So then basically at that point they knew they were dead because they were out of the car and they were like ducking, thinking as if like they were gonna get blown up. And what happened?
I just blew this guy's head off.
Ooh, like entirely, like
Yes.
bits.
Yes.
Oh my god.
There's no head. His head is gone.
Okay, well, anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something about, oh yeah, and then I thought that was really smart because, like, you would never think, like, to do something like that. But if we're being honest, if somebody just robbed a bank worth $100 billion, they're not just gonna have 2 basic police officers transport. Like, they're gonna have, like, armored cars probably, like,
Yeah.
transporting. And they're not going to be in some sedan just transporting an entire like dangerous robber. And not only was she a dangerous robber that just robbed their bank for $1 billion, but she also was a dangerous robber that's done many other dangerous heists. Like one, she robbed like the national like bank of some other place. They don't really have creative names, but except the Royal Mint like that name.
I mean, well, banks in real life don't really either. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
Bank of America, Bank of
yeah,
whatever, stuff like that.
yeah. But yeah, and she basically robbed. It was national or something like Germany. I don't remember, but and then that was for a um $750 million dollars. They call them euros because it's technically a European show,
Yeah, yeah.
but they release it for English.
Look at that. We are pushing these guys.
And see, this is why I like grinding, because just in an hour of Headhunter, I've already made 200,000, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but if I were to grind for more and more hours, that adds up.
Yeah.
Some people don't see that though. Wink, wink.
Yeah, like, it's easy to actually make money if you take the time to do it.
Yeah. There's no way in GTA besides like a heist, but even with heist, you still have to do the setup. But there's no way in GTA to just instantly make like $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do things like the challenges that give you 250,000, and there's
That's
three of
still
those.
not a,
There's the
well, that's
yeah,
still not
there's
a mill.
yeah, that's 750,000. There's the one, the new Navy revolver one. There's the like original Red Dead golden revolver, and then the stone hatchet.
Yeah.
So
But that's
in
still,
that
like I said, that's
sense,
still not enough
yeah. And
to
technically, having $1 million doesn't make you like a millionaire. Like, yeah, you have $1 million, but like, wouldn't you rather have $1 million and could like have more than $1 million and then have things worth millions, like how I have like multiple like $2 million cars and stuff like that,
yeah.
and how Yeti has like arena cars that are worth like $5 million a piece. Which, if you think about it, that's a huge waste of money. Nobody plays arena, and half the time you don't even use the vehicles because the armor isn't that good. It's like a basic car. But but it's just the fact that he has that and still has $1 million that he can still spend. That's what
Well,
makes,
not
in
anymore.
my
He's
opinion,
like,
that's well, yeah. But at the time, like and during, like I'd say, like maybe not the summer, but like maybe a little bit before that, when he
yeah.
consistently played, like maybe sometime around this time, but last year.
Yeah, he has like 850K.
Yeah, he told me, and I was like, because he had got on one time and me, Cameron, and everyone were playing. And he was like, I was like, how much money do you have? And he's like, 800K. And I was like, where'd all your money go? And he was like, well, not only were there not a lot of good glitches anymore, but he said he hasn't really been playing this game because he said it wasn't really as fun anymore.
Yeah,
But
it's
I mean,
not.
maybe when you guys stop playing for a while and then we convince you to come back, maybe you'll find it fun again, but only for a little while.
Yeah, it's not really fun.
Are you still deciding if you're gonna delete it?
Like I said, I'm probably not deleting it until I run out of PlayStation Plus.
How much longer do you have, do you think?
Until next month on the 4th. I You can check when your PlayStation Plus runs out.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you.
Yeah, I checked
I know.
already. Next month on the
I
4th. That's what
I
I'm
don't
doing.
know when mine ends, but I can always get more at wink wink.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I
I
could, but I
mean,
could only get it for like a couple months.
yeah. And besides, what's it called? Like you said, you could get it, but is it really worth it rather than just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have
Some
ten
people may.
dollars. I can only get it for like a month or so.
I don't know how much money I have, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna try for a summer job, so then like during the whole summer work, have enough money for the PlayStation 5, because it comes out like Christmas time, like
And
the
then you'll
whole,
buy me one. I'm joking.
because they said holiday time, so
Yeah.
that's basically Christmas.
And everyone really sees the holidays as like Christmas. Like,
Wait,
yeah,
like
like,
Black Friday shopping,
yeah.
Christmas, stuff like
Yeah,
that,
so
like
like
holiday.
Thanksgiving through
Yeah.
Christmas. Nobody really like, yeah, Halloween is a celebration and Valentine's Day and stuff like that, but they're not really
Valentine's, I
holidays.
still don't consider Valentine's as a
I
holiday.
don't consider it.
I just
I
call
don't
it
just.
February 14th. Every single time, just February 14th.
I don't really consider it a holiday either. I just kind of feel like, I don't know.
It's
It's just
not.
a date.
It's literally just a day that people decided to turn into a quote-unquote holiday. It's not a holiday.
Halloween technically is a holiday because,
Halloween is because it's celebrated basically worldwide.
yeah,
It didn't start in
even though
America. We just
it started
adopted it.
in, what's it called?
Ireland.
It started in, yeah, I couldn't remember. I was like, I thought it was either Mexico or Ireland, but I was like, it has to be one of them.
Well, the reason it's not Mexico is because they do
They call it Day of the
Los.
Dead.
Well, yeah, Day of the Day, but it's actually called Los something something.
Dia de los
Yeah.
Muertos. I like
Just.
calling it that, if I'm being honest.
Oh, my horse just ran over this guy. That's funny.
Like, I'm about to have 4 mil just from grinding. But after this next mission that I'm planning to do, I'm probably going to get on Fortnite and check out item shop. Well, it depends. I might not get off. I might just look at it from a live
I
stream or
mean,
something.
I'm gonna do one more mission and then probably get on Fortnite too because I've streamed for an hour now.
What's your name, boy?
Mm,
I don't know. You don't know your name?
yeah.
It's Kieran. Kieran what? Duffy.
Duffy.
Kieran Duffy. Well,
I like you, Karen Duffy.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You said you like hearing what?
Karen Duffy.
Hey, for you, Kieran Duffy.
Oh.
But I've always wanted to kill him, and I don't. I never get a choice, but I've always wanted to.
Then you ain't gonna like it. So I'd advise you to save your breath for screaming. No, please.
Like I've always wanted to kill Karen, but I never get the chance ever. The game doesn't let me.
Kill Karen. No.
But no, like I'm gonna do one more mission just so I can get out of the snow, because I believe after this next one I can leave the snow. If not, then I'll stream again some other time. I'm just trying to. I like the snow, but it's so hard to do stuff in the snow because your
Mm.
character moves slower and it's rough.
Like, realism, it comes at a cost. Because, like, in some games, like, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure in Tomb Raider, I love Tomb Raider, I don't know about you, but I feel like every Tomb Raider, I kind of feel like it's like the same, but with enhanced features. I still love it though.
Yeah. Like this game, like the snow, makes it harder to move, harder to see. It's harder to hunt because there's less animals, but it's easier to track people because you can see
The
their like
footprints in the snow, yeah.
footsteps and until it
Footsteps.
starts snowing again. Once it snows, then it snows over the footsteps and the footprints, and then it's hard.
Here we are, you sack of shit.
Have you ever watched The Shining?
Yeah, but I don't remember. All horror movies and stuff like that are boring to me. They all are. I never
Yeah,
find them
because
interesting.
like somebody I was asking because they like showed me like a scary clip and they're like, "How don't you find that scary?" And I was like, "Because it comes to a time where if you watch a bunch of horror movies, a lot of stuff doesn't really scare you anymore." And it comes to
I've
at least the horror.
I've literally seen like every horror movie. I'm
I
not
feel
even
like the
joking.
same,
You want me to make him
Like I've
except for
seen
obviously like newer ones, like
yeah.
the newest movie. It's called Black Christmas. I heard it first of all wasn't that good, but I don't know how true that is.
first. I got a saying.
But no, I haven't seen that. But anything past like 2015, I've probably seen.
Save
I,
fellas.
I've been watching horror movies since I was like 4. I've seen like everything.
We are gonna find out.
The first horror movie I ever watched was a Chucky movie. I don't remember which one it was. Though.
The first one I've ever seen that I actually remember watching was what was it? The Hills Have Eyes 2.
Well done, Arthur.
Oh,
I'm just sorry.
That's the first one I remember watching.
It's time enough for that. Now, I gotta figure out if we
Like,
can hit that train.
isn't The Shining where they eat the eyes or whatever?
they eat what?
Eyes, like the people they eat. Yeah, I've seen that. Seen everything. Now I will say I haven't seen it all, like the Friday the 13th, because there's ones where like where he goes to space and.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
Those aren't like the official one. Well, they're official, but they don't really showcase them.
They don't make sense exactly, and they don't show progression in story either.
But
I feel like the
I've
screen,
seen the
like
one where
every
he
single
goes,
screen, has followed this story.
yeah. I've seen the one
Well, not one, but
where he goes to New York. I've seen that one though.
You're okay.
I hate that one. It doesn't make any sense.
A few cans of food
Yeah,
and
because
a
his
rabbit.
job is to
So
kill
what?
people in Camp Crystal Lake. They're not in Camp Crystal Lake. They leave.
Not only that, but it's just like you're out in a place like New York where there's billions of people all the time everywhere. Not actually billions, obviously. I'm just exaggerating.
Well, I mean,
Then
could
there's
probably be like maybe no. There's not a billion. There's like
it'd probably be like a couple million though.
no.
But
There's definitely more than a couple mil. Cause
but
tourism, there's a lot of tourists.
oh yeah. And then there's a lot of people that actually just live there. I forgot this place was an airfield, but um
Lenny and Bill hunting and they
yeah. What was I trying to say?
Lenny's more into book
Oh, what's so funny?
Bill's a fool.
Lightning.
Unless those mountains are full of game that want
There's
to read, ain't no wonder they found enough of this.
We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
These I like when they when the main character, well the main character for now makes jokes about the other people.
Sorted, salted off.
He just he's talking to the chef, and the chef goes, "We were like short on food." He goes,
Listening to you two.
he goes,
Staying in those hills, I'll find
we'll live, and if anything, you're the fattest. We'll eat you first. It's so funny. I love him. He's like, he just doesn't care. He's funny.
yeah. But The Shining is the movie where they go to this hotel and there's like a writer, but the hotel's like haunted, and like there's like this secret floor that isn't really there. And the guy goes there and he basically is convinced they never wants to leave. Then when the wife wants to leave with her to sign, then they get in a huge argument, and then she realizes that he's gone crazy, so she tries to leave, but then he tries to kill them, and he said they're not gonna leave
Oh
alive, and
yeah, I know. Yeah.
and then, but the only reason the snow made me remind of that movie is because the guy dies. The guy that's trying to follow them, like make the like kill them so they don't leave, he dies in the snow because the kid he ran into the maze, right? And then he takes his foot like the same footprints that he ran into the maze to get out of it.
Yeah, I like. Well, no, the horror movies that I hate the most is like the ghost ones, like Paranormal Activity. They're so boring.
Oh yeah, the ones
So
where they're
boring.
like trying to be funny, but it's not really that funny.
Well, no, and like Paranormal Activity, like, cause there's like 6 or 7. There's so many, I don't even know. But it's all about like ghosts and like they see ghosts on security cameras and they're trying not to die to them. It's like, oh my god, this is so boring. It's all like the most of the movie takes place in like looking through like a
Yeah, and the
camera.
same. Yeah,
It,
and it's in the same
so
place. It doesn't go anywhere.
boring. I hate thrillers. They're boring. Like it was supposed to be scary. It was just a thriller. It was boring though. And it too looks so boring.
Haven't seen it, but might be. I don't know.
They're gonna hype up it too, just like they hyped up it. Boring. So boring. The movies that out of all the horror movies, I like the ones that are based off of true like events. I know that's kind of messed up, but like
I
those are
heard
the
the
ones that
Saw
are.
franchise
Yeah, the
that
Saw
it's
is
based.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's based off of a true story. The Hills Have Eyes is as well.
Hmm.
Those ones are
I
actually
think.
good, but they're still boring. But they're good
Yeah.
compared to
There's
other
not
horror
a
movies. They're good.
there's not a lot of horror movies that I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good one. It's kind of just like they all
For
just kind
me,
of
they all
blend
just
together.
feel the same. They all feel the same to me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. To be a legend, I don't want that title.
I
No.
mean, if you think about it, that's every movie. Look at every action movie. They're all sort of the same. It's like, oh, they're trying to protect their family, so they go kill these people, or oh, it's a military movie. Well, guess what happens in military movies? They go to war. But yeah, they're different, but they're good.
I see something.
Hmm.
Tracks. I see them too. They're deer tracks right here. I played this game
I
long enough
hate
to
this
know.
mission when the person talks because the girl goes, um, she goes, what does she say? Oh, she goes, make sure you steal the bank robber's gold. Then when you kill the bank robbers, then she goes, I thought you were more calculated than that. Okay, I guess that works too. And I'm like, so you want us to just wait till the AIs kill themselves?
On GTA.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I hate
It's
that.
robbery in progress. It's um,
She's like,
like,
yeah.
yeah, we could wait, but it's like, what would be the point?
Keep down.
Yeah, I hate that.
Quietly and slowly.
And just some missions themselves, and they say like really dumb dialogue, especially Lester.
Let's just always
Like
saying dumb
when
things.
Lester and what's his name starts arguing in Bogdan, when they start arguing over like how they look and stuff. I hate that.
And he starts talking about the lemon pepper. Oh my god, so
Yeah,
annoying.
exactly.
He's
It's
like, I've
so
never been so sure about anything in my life except for these lemon pepper, whatever. Like nobody
like
cares.
it's
Nobody
so
asks.
irrelevant, and it has nothing to do with what's like they're about to blow up an entire submarine and go capture a super like quote unquote dangerous person. But yeah, they're sitting here talking about lemon peppers.
Aim for their head or neck. We want a good, clean kill.
Bro,
You know what's
can
also
you?
confusing?
Oh
Attention on my
Oh,
my
end before
god.
releasing.
This
what
guy is
happened?
so annoying. So I'm trying to go hunting, and he's like, okay, a whistle for them, aim for the neck and the head, get a good clean kill. I'm sitting here trying to focus, and he's sitting here talking right in my ear.
Oh yeah,
Just
that's a lot of Call of Duty missions where
talking.
it'll be like an assassination mission. It'll be like, "Come on, take the shot," and they'll keep just saying it over and over. It's like, okay, I'll take it when you be quiet. Oh, you know a prime example of that? It's that one mission where it's like you're super far away from the target, but they're in like a meeting and you use like a 50 cal, and it's in Modern Warfare 3, I'm pretty sure, and it's you and Captain Price, and he goes, take the shot whenever you're ready, and he keeps talking over and over. I don't know the specific mission, but it's like an assassination. And it's like snipers only, I'm pretty sure, sniper and a secondary.
Yeah.
It's a really good mission though. It's probably my favorite
But
Call of
I'm
Duty
sitting
mission.
here and I'm literally trying to shoot
Throw your hands
a
okay?
bow. Like shoot a deer with a bow, right? Just
Yeah.
sitting here talking and talking and I didn't get to shoot, but I
Oh,
got
you know
tired.
what happens? No, she says take out the bank robbers. How am I supposed to take them out without alerting the cops too? It's like you want me to like I'm confused.
Yeah, and she gets mad at you if you just go in there shooting, yeah. I've heard her say that so many times.
So there's a discount store right next to it, and the
Hmm.
lady is just like sitting here fine, like does not care.
You know what's funny about the discount store though? It's not discounted. It's all the
Yeah,
same prices.
there's nothing discounted about it. It's all the same. That is kind of cool though that you don't have to go to different store to find different what's it called different clothes. But at the same time, in a game like Saints Row, certain stores only sell certain items. Same with GTA San Andreas.
I mean, that's how it is in real life though. Certain stores
Yeah,
sell different things.
not every store is gonna have the exact same item as the store, like across the freaking globe.
Like Target has different stuff than Walmart. Yeah, they may have the same things and relative with the same things, but there's different stuff in different stores.
Yeah.
Come on then. Let's head back.
Okay, I'm following you. And what I hate about most heists is it's always like follow this character, but they take the like forever to
The
get there.
longest way, yeah. Especially in Call of Duty when you like you either replay a mission or you replay like the campaign entirely and you know the mission and it's like follow this person and then it's like you know where to go and they're just taking so long and interacting with different like things in the world.
Yeah, I was doing one of the hardest missions in Call of Duty, right? Because I was playing on like realism mode, and
Oh yeah.
the AI got stuck on a rock, so I had to restart the mission because he got stuck.
People are still late. You seem
And he
really
was supposed to
hungry.
walk somewhere, and he wasn't
We
walking.
ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
One
So
time
annoying.
my friend we were playing Call of Duty and he said you can play it and then he basically was on his phone or whatever And then I was like, I'll be right back. And then I went to use the bathroom, whatever. And then he put on realistic, and I was so confused because I was like, why do I keep getting one hit to like everything? And then he was like laughing, and I was like, what are you laughing at? He was like, this thing on my phone, and then basically he just trolled me.
in his hand ever
Yeah.
since we fled Blackwell.
Mhm.
I've had
I played the
realism.
entire campaign on realistic, but
Essentials and go.
The
it's not
new
like
realistic mode. Oh my! On the Call of Duty on Modern Warfare, there's this mission. I swear, it's impossible on realistic. Impossible.
One more. We
I
ain't feeding
swear.
Bill Driscoll a damn thing.
Because you have to fight
well,
this minigun guy. You can use as many incendiary rounds as you want. No, you have to use explosives to kill him.
Of course. She
So
lost her
dumb.
husband or
you know what's super unfortunate? They spawned my buzzard between a house and a gate that was a really tight and it could barely even fit. So then when I got into my buzzard, it started flying, it blew up. I couldn't even get off the ground, couldn't even change where I was, it just blew up.
That's like what happened yesterday. It spawned it like basically in the tree.
Yeah, when we were doing setups, it spawned like directly in the tree.
maybe we can get to them
So
before they
dumb.
get to us. What is it with the O'Driscolls? You ain't dealt with them? I suppose.
Well,
We ain't run
let's
into them
see.
much the last 6
Can
months.
wait a minute to do. I could do Headhunter.
They've been
Get my
overrun.
Deluxio.
I've
Deluxio.
heard a lot
I
about
was
them.
kind of regretting buying the Deluxo because I realized how much better the Oppressor was. But then I realized not only do you need all this stuff to own an Oppressor Mark II, but not only that, but you also need to research the rockets. So I was kind of happy
Oh,
that I bought it.
oh, look, a
Not in a
bear.
good way.
Last time you're not actually supposed to fight the bear, and I fought it and I killed it.
Bear up ahead.
Lamau.
I can't find it this time. Of course you can't find another way. Just go around it.
I was watching like this meme and he was like, it was like a police officer investigating like this robber's phone and he was reading a text from I guess the guy that he got the unmarked weapons from and he was like, uh, who is this guy Lim Fao? And it was like spelled LFAMO, which means like it's basically like LOL but just with different
Yeah.
letters basically. Obviously you know that. And then he was like, and then who's Lamau? And then like, it wasn't really funny, but I just was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, it's just a term, it's not anything special. And then he's like, oh, it's a secret term. And then he was like, search the database for secret terms. And then I was like, oh my god.
I was watching this one like animation. It's like this Fortnite animation, and like I don't know how to describe it. It's like almost like a drawing, but like animated, and it's like funny because it's dumb.
Nature of life. I just thought
Oh yeah.
moved on by now.
And it's like I don't know. It's kind of weird to describe.
No, you could run an
Yeah.
assault, no problem. I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep. I still wonder that most
The
nights.
one thing in this game that I wish you could do is like actually like tie people down and like kidnap them. Like I know that sounds weird, but like how cool would it be to just roll up on an AFK person and then just kidnap them and then just send them in the ocean?
Oh yes.
Oh, in GTA.
GTA, yeah.
Or maybe they could have done it kind of like how Rocks or how this game did, where like
That ain't normally the case.
you can like wrap them with a rope and drag them around,
We need you now.
but they can
Yeah.
break free still.
Or never. Good.
Yeah.
Have you been with these
That would have
guys?
been cool.
Why ain't you run off?
Like just some, or like if you stole handcuffs off of a cop, you'd be able to like, oh my god.
Since
I didn't mean to. I missed my rocket on my Deluxo, trying to hit the target, and it hit like in front of him, but not directly like close enough to kill him.
Yeah.
And he set on fire, and I was just like, oh my god, and he just died.
I'm sure.
I hate the rockets in that game. It's like
Take most of us.
you can hit some
It's
players dead on and they'll live, or some of the AI dead on they'll live.
He always sees it.
Doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
especially
Like
during
on
Headhunter.
Headhunters,
Like,
you can hit
dude,
them
why do the
dead
AIs have
on.
so much HP? Like, you'll hit them directly, like, they'll be walking around, you'll hit them directly in front of them, and they'll just still be alive. I've had to where I had to shoot 3 times before the person died, and I'm like, what is going
And
on?
like the cars and their armor, you can hit like a car
If something happened to the count.
like with a rocket,
He's a drunk,
Hmm.
miserable
and
bastard, but
a car shouldn't take a rocket before blowing
Yeah.
up. It should take one rocket, blow up, not six.
Yeah. Like this car, just shot 2 rockets, still not blowing up. The fourth rocket, it's not blowing up, but it's still, or not fourth, third rocket, it's not blowing up, but it's on fire.
But no, like I could understand like like armored cars and
Yeah.
such.
come on, let's get these over the pier.
And then one major thing that I hate about this game is the fact that cop cars are the same like speed as supercars. That should not be the
And then
case
when
at
you drive
all.
them, they hit like
They hit
barely
like
hit 100.
60. Yeah, exactly.
Well, well, well. What a surprise. Find a camp rat.
The Deluxo would probably be as OP as the Oppressor if not only was it such a big target, but it had more like it was more agile. Like
Yeah.
because it takes longer to do certain actions like turning around. And it's slow. It doesn't have any boost and it's like the what's it called? The Oppressor. Like not only can you boost, but you can also just like go faster
Drive.
entirely. Yeah.
Jesus, what is that? Maybe
The
one of
Deluxo
those
is slow
things.
hovering and
The only
freaking
thing.
what's it called?
Keeps you sane
It's
at
slow
times.
flying and
Done a check
driving.
on you. You go rest that
Yeah, it
head.
hits like 100, but
Fun with you
it's
dudes.
still not that
Mind
good.
helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together. I'll get to skin you. You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skin that one, you
What
dump
to
on the
make?
floor there.
200,000.
Yeah, I like the skinny animals in this game. Like they actually like put them like I don't know. It's weird.
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you
Oh, and I learned this just recently when I was doing the mission. You actually don't have to be .75, you have to be
if you're
.20,
looking to make
Oh.
which is kind of interesting.
of course.
Well,
So we
that's
could
better.
literally just be down the street. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
point
thought the only
seventy
reason
five is
I
far.
thought that you could be had to be .50 is because I don't know. I probably just drove that far, able to start the mission that far, and I was like, oh yeah, that's like the limit. But that was just probably me assuming and not really like trying.
Everyone's got to do their
Yeah.
bit to survive.
Because at the same time, I'm not gonna just sit here and move like .1 mile or point. Technically, it's 0.01 mile every time to see how close I have to be.
Yeah. That would be too much time consuming.
Been a bad few weeks.
Not only that, but it would just be a waste of time waiting for it to load. Well, yeah, you said time consuming, but better things you could be doing with that time.
Yo, honestly, I can't wait until I get to eat dinner tonight, cause like my mom's making this new thing, and I don't know what it is, but like it includes bacon, and like I like bacon, but I don't like it super crispy.
Now I see you're
I,
an empty
I agree.
I like it like a little chewy and a little crispy, like not super, not fatty, but like a little chewy.
You're still here then?
Not thick, but like
Cause you
kind
know
of
how
thick.
like when you eat like pork or whatever, there's like the fat part of it.
For the moment, just
Yeah.
Well, that happens a lot on bacon. There's a lot of fat. I don't like the fatty part.
train. Want me to come? Of course I do, but look at you. I was always ugly, that
I'm not uploading. I'm up, what's it called?
Editing?
Boy wanted to see
Oh, leveling up a lot faster than I thought I was. When I got on, I was 126, about to be
Yo,
127, and now
okay.
I'm 128, about to be
When
129.
I first started the game, I got to almost level 200. I was like level 198, 199, in literally like 9 hours of just playing.
What did you do?
Just Doomsday. Just back to back
Oh,
Doomsday.
yeah, I could see
I
that
don't know
then.
if the game was bugged out and giving me extra. I don't know if, or maybe it was double RP for
Double,
Doomsday.
yeah.
But I was leveling up quick. And the thing is, though, my friend, he was level like 106, and I was leveling up like 4 times quicker than he was.
You fancy heading back there? No.
So I don't know
It
what
might
it
have been
was.
double, because when me and Yeti were doing Doomsday and it was double, I gained, I can't speak. I gained like 60, not 60 levels, like 30, 16 levels.
Have we got?
I don't know how many exactly, but.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a big railway magnate. sugar dealer, oil man. Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough to share.
Do you think he'll get on GTA?
Gentlemen, it is time
I
to make
don't know.
something of ourselves. Get your
Yo,
horses ready.
I like the island. I wonder if you can go back to the island. So in this game, you get stuck on this island, and I've never tried to go back. I've always tried to get as quickly off the island as possible, because there's all sorts. You don't have really any guns. There's all sorts of animals that will try and eat you sometimes, or and you can like, I don't know. It's weird. Well, not animals, but people. There's like cannibals on the island, and then there's
Mm.
like guards on the island. And the guard, like everywhere you go, is basically like an enemy zone. But oh, I think I'm about out of the snow, and after I'm done with the snow, I'm gonna end my stream.
I have to go all the way to Polito to get. I hate. At least
See,
if what?
if you think it's bad in that game, you should try having to go across the map in this game. It's like 2.5 times sizes larger, and you only get a horse.
In my opinion, of like the biggest, like a game that I've played that has the biggest map is Ghost Recon Wildlands. That the map on that
See,
game is like huge.
this map is bigger than that because I played both 1 and 2. I have the second one now. The second one feels bigger, which I feel like it's a little bit bigger, but it also seems a little smaller because it's on an island. Like, the guy, so, I don't know if you end up fighting him, I haven't beat the game. But some guy
Which
buys
one?
an island, Ghost Recon 2, Breakpoint.
Nah, never
He
played the game.
buys an island, so you're on his island, and it's an island, so, you know, they can only be so big. But this game is based in 4 states. Of course, they make the states smaller, but it's based in Texas, California. No, not California, but like
I was
that
gonna say
sort of.
that California wasn't even discovered when
Well,
that game takes place, I believe.
yes, it is because it's like the gold mine is going on at this time, and
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I mean, technically it wasn't discovered. It was just kind of like there.
well, it was discovered. It was still like they knew about it, and they had cities there, but it was a mining town. But they have like I don't know, like it's like 4 states in one. It's nice. It's huge. And it's like
Just happy we're back at him, Dutch. You sure you're ready for this, kid? Of course I'm ready.
it's crazy. It looks really, really nice.
Stay calm. Keep your eyes sharp. That goes for all of you. No mistakes.
New Mexico's one of the states because it's divided into 4 areas or whatever, and there's like New Hanover, New Mexico.
Same question, Micah. That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long. It would be crazy to go back there now.
Oh man, ran into my horse.
Can't you control that thing?
No, you ran into me.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it.
I'll have to look at the map and see, because I have an actual map. When I bought the game, it came with like a special map.
Hold up here on the ridge. Is Bill there? Yeah. You want to head down, see how he's getting on? Okay.
Hello, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You sure? Of course. Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
And my question is, I was thinking about this just now. If Lester's such a good hacker, and and like he sets all this stuff up and he can like see everything or whatever. Why do we have to hire a separate hacker?
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
was
we just
actually
use
just
him?
about to say, why doesn't he just hold off the gas
Or why doesn't he like, I don't know,
on any
hack the
heist?
cameras? Like he hacks the cameras as a setup, but if he was such a good hacker, he could hack them without us actually having to go there.
All right. That should do it. You head back up to the others. I've got it from here.
I don't know. GTA logic.
Big brain.
Just be ready to move quick. And remember the plan. All of you.
And also, if you think about it, yes, if you steal a car, the police are probably going to be looking for the car, especially if it's a top ring. But not everyone in the freaking map's going to know you stole the car. What is this place?
Okay,
Yeah.
cover your faces.
There's like a barn area that I just found with a bunch of guards.
Be here any
Is he
minute.
naked? I hope he's not.
I want to switch LT, RT. Okay. Okay. There's the train.
And also, it's weird that in like contract missions for GTA, the longer it takes you to do the mission, the more money you get paid. Like, I'm guessing they probably want to pay you more for like the effort you put into it, and that's why it took so long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I finish a super hard mission in like 3 minutes, I shouldn't get paid like 10,000 less if I were to wait like 5 more minutes.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Where did you find that mole? Who said it was fine? It was my fault. Come on! You're pathetic. You know that?
Bank robbers never go right on for me, do they? Robbing banks. Well, in this case, I'm robbing a train, but
Here we go. Here we go.
Salvage the hard drives. I hate that mission.
Pull me up. I got you. Now stop
That's the
shaking.
mission where you take an RCV and you go around the town and
You're okay.
what do you do?
Now,
Oh,
this
you take an
looks
RCV, which is like a basically like a riot
yeah,
fire
but,
truck, and
yeah.
you save a bunch of burning hard drives. But even if one gets destroyed, then the mission's over, and it's so.
Annoying.
What are these people wearing?
Nice dab.
need to stop this train.
Okay.
Oh, they're wearing like little like blazers. They look crazy.
Yes. You
And this guy had an open blazer, and he wasn't wearing a shirt. That's why I thought.
Oh, that's so funny. He just pushed him off the train.
Oh, these are the hillbillies. I was like, who are these
Execute.
people?
Execute. I like executing people in this game. It's so fun.
In this world, I didn't make it.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
What the hell is Bill doing? He had long enough to set that charge.
Well, I hooked up the wire, but we won't mention that.
That's so true.
Oh my, I'm dead. What just happened?
How you doing there?
Oh. Did you get shot?
No, what happened? I was like climbing up this water tower place, and I was trying to climb up this, you go up these stairs, and at the same time, I went to the left and I fell, and there was like this thing that caught me, and I started like glitching out.
Oh. I keep getting jumped in this game. It is not fun. Off the train you go.
I got 3 stars.
Yes, sir. What I like about this game, though, with like the trains, you can drive the trains. Whereas in
Um,
GTA, you can't drive trains.
Yeah, you can kill the driver, but the train will keep going.
So you know how in the campaign you can get like you have abilities, right?
Yeah.
In this game you have abilities too, but you get to use the abilities in the online as well. They're not as strong as in the campaign, but you still get them though. That's what's cool.
Mhm.
Not the time to loot. Not the time for me to decide to loot.
307,000 is what I've earned from Grand. It's pretty good. Could go longer, but I'm gonna see that in shop.
Yeah, that can be smart. Always.
Oh, I have to update Fortnite. Didn't realize.
Oh, new season. Should that
I
be
don't.
it?
Is it?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I didn't realize because it didn't tell me.
Well, no, I don't think so because they're doing that like tournament.
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna release a new, like, entirely new engine in there in the middle of a tournament. Like,
I mean, but they could. I mean, it wouldn't be the first dumb thing they've done. But
Yes, let's get the money and
mm,
go. We got some fellas holed up in a
yeah, yeah.
private bar. What are you
Mm.
boys planning on doing in there?
but I'm not
I
sure.
don't
Asking
wanna
me?
play.
I don't
We
see what
gonna
else
do
would be
what?
updated.
Kill any
But
of you. Any more of you. I give you my word, but trust me, we will.
I work for the
Might
village.
Come on,
get
you
Uncharted
boys.
again. Love that game.
Okay.
I think I
Get ready.
can too. I think I have it
5,
in my purchase,
4,
just not download it.
3, 2, 1.
Should get it and then we'll play multiplayer.
Seems our friend
I'm not
is
sure.
on deck.
I'll have to
That'd be
double
fun.
check.
Up a little.
Just freaking like play multiplayer. Don't know how active it's gonna be, but still be pretty fun.
Listen up. Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan and Mr. Smith. You two boys go blow that door open. Now, don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough. Now light the fuse.
Yeah, let's light the
Here we
fuse.
go.
That's so cool. I wish
I
people were
wanna,
cool like this.
Step back, fellas.
all I know is I want to play Assassin's Creed again. I want to play an assassin game where the entire game is based around stuff. And that could be payday, but I mean, you know, opening a vault, stealing everything inside of it gets boring. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Going up to search that train.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What tournament are they doing? They're doing the Search and Destroys tournament, right?
Well, that and the the
Oh, it
PlayStation
was a
one.
small update. It's taking 15 seconds for me to download, and it's only 375 megabytes.
Should be easy as cake.
That is
Okay,
probably just a like solving a bug or
constant
whatever.
update probably, or yeah.
Shut up.
Solve
Me and Arthur did
Yeah,
all the
Mr.
work.
Okay, whatever.
Still has to copy though, which is probably gonna take a while.
He's keen. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can get this open.
I wanna see. I'm gonna check out GTA and see how much storage I need to download, if I need storage to download Assassin's Creed. I feel like I'm just gonna get bored of the game in like 2 days and then not want to play it ever again.
What, Assassin's Creed?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Pile of paper.
I mean we'll see.
Fun? I don't think so. Here. Make yourself useful. At least we all know you can read. Give me those.
This looks promising. Lockbox.
Invoices, blah, blah, blah. Shotgun.
I know to download a Thief's End, it would take up a lot of space.
Nice. Thank God. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish. I think this mission should be it. Let's go make him bank off of this train, yo. Getting stocks, getting bonds, getting Get everything. Some fine Bradbury.
What did you find? These bonds. They worth anything? Oh, sure. Bearer bonds. I think we can probably sell these pretty easily. Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
Thank
Train?
you.
Yeah, get it out of here. What about them? What do you think? I don't know. It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us, okay? See you back
Alright,
at
I
camp.
get a choice
When you
to
get back,
kill 3
we'll begin
people,
building.
let them go,
The
or
rest
put
of
them on a
you,
train and
let's ride.
let the train
And
drive
kill him, get
itself.
him out.
I can put them on a train and let them, like, the train drive itself.
Okay. Get
Or I
on
can
the
just
train,
kill them.
quick. All of you.
Well, you decide that. I'll be right back.
Got you all three. So behave. Come on.
Not the last guy. Last guy staying. Last guy,
You damn lunatic!
you
Thought we
die.
had a deal.
We
Get
do.
me out of this rope.
Just what money do you have?
This is very
Christ in
kind of you.
hell.
Come on.
No, no.
Come on. Okay. I'll get you free. Oh, I hear an elk. Okay. That's fine. Well, the other guys get to live. Okay, just running, just keep running. Okay.
Back.
Alright. I killed one and let the other 2 live. That was my choice.
Hmm.
I'm almost out of the snow. I just have a little bit of driving to do, and then a cutscene, and then my wheel falls off, and then I put the wheel on, and then I drive some more, and then I'm out of the snow. I already know the whole campaign. But that's okay. At least I think. Ooh, maybe
I'll
there's
just
one
play
more.
Fortnite until, or not Fortnite, Payday till Fortnite update, or updates. What updates?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start updating it too, actually, after my stream.
Yeah, no point of
Because,
starting it.
Getting out of
Not
here,
only do I
gentlemen.
not think you
We're gonna
can, but
try. Weather seems
if
safe.
you could,
We just about
that's
delivered
going
again.
to
Oh, say,
severely
say.
slow
We
down
got
the
money in our
download
pockets. The
speed.
worst is behind us,
yeah.
gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this might be a little. I told you, we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
Alright, I have to skip this cutscene. There's music, and I don't want to get in trouble. So
No
skipped.
copyright claims.
I have to just skip that cutscene. There's music in this part of the game? What am I supposed to do about that? It's not like I'm gonna yell over the stuff. Bruh, there's
Might just
nothing
have to
I can.
get demonetized.
Whatever.
Might have
It's
to
not the
just get a
first video.
copyright claim. Oh,
There's like
that shit.
there's like 6 of my videos that have copyright claims, so I could never earn money on them.
Get us out the street.
Lamau.
Gotta keep us moving, but calm.
Oh, there goes our wheel.
Okay, let's take a look.
You all right back there?
Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
Ah, I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right.
Let's get it fixed.
You need help?
Man, I wish cars were
Reckon
easy
we
to
can
fix
handle it.
this way. Like, you just lift them up, put the wheel
All
on.
right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, huh?
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Don't say less. Pick the wheel up.
One more.
Nearly there.
Uh,
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
What do you think?
If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
Poor bastards.
Oh, I just realized what the difficulty this is on. Oh,
what?
oh well.
Oh, let's not push our
It's
luck.
on Death Wish, which is one of the hardest
Well,
difficulties in the game.
get in. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I usually put my games on just like the default difficulty that it has it set on. So usually, which is like regular.
Well, I'm using my Dodge build, so it won't take a lot of damage.
We'll follow the river, then cut left inland.
Basically, all Dodge
So,
does, though, is like
this.
when you're running
Main
across
use
long
of these parts
distances,
got
you're
sold
less
very
entitled to get
large.
hit by
This is the
less
heartland of
entitled to get
Horseshoe.
hit by
Good farming and peace
bullets.
country. They lost it all. Stolen clean away from
Yeah.
them it was, every blade of grass. Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere. And how's that
And
different
then you
from
kind of
here?
just take less damage entirely.
Oh,
But the only problem
it's
is you kind
fine.
of don't, though,
I
because
just heard
to have a
somebody
good
got
Dodge
hit
build, you
there with
can't have any,
very
what's it called?
unpleasant.
Like
You can't
damage
have any,
stuff.
Unpleasant.
no, you can't have any
How do you
armor.
rob and kill people pleasantly?
There's
We don't.
a build that
Just talk.
can,
I fear I
you
was
can have
just trying to
armor.
simplify
It's a
something more
certain kind.
complicated for the benefit
But
of
there's a build where you can
uncoordinated
have
driving
armor,
here.
but there's less dodge.
Don't blame it on me.
Yeah.
Never forget. This here's a
So there's always
continent,
positives
Charles.
and
Born and bred.
Yeah.
negatives.
Just 'cause it sounds
I
fancy
have
don't
Swan
mean
Song
it's a
too, though, so
damn
then when I
thing.
die,
Nobody's
I can
talking
shoot as
about
many
it.
bullets as I can before I go down. Oh, this guy has Swan Song too.
So, what happened to your tribe?
I don't even know if I have one. At least not that I can remember. My father was a colored
Nice,
man.
almost a
Collect.
2 hour
He
stream.
told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did. When we were forced to
Oh
move
my
from the
god.
mountains, the three of us fled.
I can't dodge that. Oh my
I
god, I'm
don't
dead.
really remember much. My whole life I've been on the run. A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man.
Oh,
Drank
spacious.
codeine, hold on him. Around 13,
Yeah.
I just took off on my own.
Also, to have a good dodge build, you have to have mostly akimbo weapons because if you have single-handed weapons, you'll have more, like, a bigger detection rate. Besides, obviously, smaller weapons, but if you have a bigger detection
I
rate,
don't
can't
understand.
you can't have as
What's the
much
problem
dodge.
between you two?
Arthur,
It's a long story.
Man.
We still heading the right way?
that depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned?
Oh wow, we're literally just gonna
Are
pull
we heading
the
in the correct direction
ball
on
door
our
right off the
desperate
ball.
escape from the law eastwards down the mountains?
But
Yes, I believe
I
so.
don't know if you care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. But in my Dodge build, I have akimbo deagles,
There's a
which is
livestock town
basically
not
like
too far from
really
here called
powerful
Valentine.
eagles.
Cowboys,
And
outlaws,
then I have
good-looking girls, our kind of place.
an
Trust
auto
me,
shotgun. Well,
probably
it's
don't
technically
too
not
many
auto, but if you
adventures.
spam the right trigger,
Let's
it'll
hope
go as
not.
fast as you
And this place we're going. Wait, what's it called again?
Horseshoe
Yeah.
Oh
Overlook.
my god.
It's a good place to lie low.
It'll do for now. And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's
Damn.
changed, not him, but
Traveling
he
must have
kept
been
telling me
so
how Terry
tough
job
back
didn't
then.
feel right.
Wagons
You
and
and me had a
horses.
real lead in Blackwater that could
Yeah.
have worked out.
Maybe.
Just
Maybe it
now,
just
this is why Dodge is
isn't
good,
like
because
Dutch
just
to
now
lose
there
his
was
head
4
like
people
that.
shooting at me,
Things go
and
wrong
I
all
took
the time.
damage, but the damage didn't count because I had
Nah,
Dodge.
Is
that's
that
the way it is.
when you started to share place out what you had on? When you were just kind of running fast
We've all
Oh
got
yeah,
this line of work
past
to
that's
do
what I
bullets?
had
sometime,
on.
and we're still here.
Dodge can be used in stealth builds, but
pretty much got it
I
right.
only did it in that, like when I was doing the short play, was because I wanted to get it done fast and not take all day.
Yeah.
What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah, you can have all
But
this.
if Cameron were to get this game, I feel like he would probably not want to get a dodge build, because to get a good dodge build, you need to be at least like level like 80.
Mm.
I mean, it kind of depends on the dodge build you want. Like I said, you can use a stealth dodge build, you can use a loud one, you can use like a loud stealth dodge build where it's like you have a lot of weapons. But some heists can be taken partly stealth and like go loud, but other heists
Head in
can
here.
only be
Follow
taken
the
loud.
track for a bit.
Thanks.
Hey, slow up. I'm the
There's
boss.
two doses on me.
The big
Oh, there's three now. I'm
armored
dead.
ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
dodge is good, but I only have deagles. They can't shoot that fast.
Any trouble
Yeah.
getting in here, Javier?
But they do a lot of damage. Usually the base in games is like 56.
Excellent.
Yeah, for this shotgun, it's 74.
For now, anyway.
This is like the best shotgun in the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go
Oh,
help
I
this
thought you were
guy.
talking
Oh,
about
never
deagles
mind.
still. I was like, usually deagles in games are like 56, 50.
Well, I mean, it depends on if you mean like
This place.
best damage, as in like
I hope
in
so.
like like
Gentlemen,
best damage in
we have
a
No,
matter of
base
like X
damage.
amount of
Like,
time. Base
now,
damage in this
time to
game, the
prosper.
most powerful weapon would
After
probably
And
that,
like
be,
we're about to prosper in Blackwater. We're
because
yeah,
in
about to
either
do
most
the
the thing.
deagles or a
And
sniper.
then I
most
decide to go
games, the
stand around
base,
back
like just
there.
shooting them body shot is like
we
50,
have all made
50 like
mistakes over
In
the
this
years.
56.
game, to shoot with the strongest sniper, the base damage
But
is
I kept us together.
3,000.
Survived. Kept the nooses off our
Like that's
necks.
just a body shot, and then
Guess
double
it's
that
just
for
me.
headshots. That's
I ain't got no
well, any gun
problems.
is a
Want to keep safe
one
for
shot kill with
me.
headshots, but
Now we are
in
stuck
this game,
east of the Grizzlies and out front.
technically it's double, and
We're
then
a long way
that's it.
from our
In this
dream of
game,
virgin
that
land in
would
the
be like,
west.
I know, my brother.
did
But
I
we
get down?
safe. We make a bit of
I don't
money
think I
here.
did.
Then we move again.
I might
Down
have
around
because I have more
west
than
to
health.
Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
I have to go get that bag
But you
before the
just
cops steal
look
it.
around you.
I'm gonna die.
This world has its
Oh,
consolations.
I can't.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town.
Oh, I hate Strauss, Leopold,
If I can strike up a little
Threads.
business.
Of course, Herr Strauss.
See,
I've
that's the
always
power of
admired
dodge.
your
Oh, I'm
spirit.
almost about to die there.
Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it
Oh
is
my god.
time for everyone
The
to
game
get to
glitched and a
work.
flashbang went off, and then
Stay
like
out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant
the
workers.
Lay it
police
off
released a cop
and
that we
shut down our
like
factory
that
to the
we
north.
captured,
Get out
and
there
as soon
and
as they
see
released
what
him, we
you
killed
can
the cop that
find.
released him, and then
Uncle,
we immediately
Reverend
took him back
Swanson,
under our
no
like
more
as a
passengers.
hostage.
It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There's a town
I love the
a
shotgun.
little way down the
And you know
track
what's a
named
good thing about the
Valentine.
shotgun? In most
Livestock
games,
town, all
the
mud and
shotgun
morons if you
or like the
remember right.
shotguns
That seems
don't
a
really have
decent
a lot
place to
of
start.
like health,
We need food.
Yeah.
or not health. They don't have a lot of
Needs
ammo.
every
Why did I
day.
say health?
One of you.
They don't have a lot of
Whatever
ammo.
it is that you
Like
find,
one of my favorite shotguns, the Jocelyn.
gets
It's like
its
basically
slice.
this double barrel shotgun,
Now be
but it's like
sensible
two
out
hit to
there.
everything,
Of
and
course,
even
have your
one hit
tent
sometimes.
ready this
I don't
morning.
know if you
Come
ever
with
played
me.
Rainbow Six Siege, but there was this one gun called
Can we put you over
it was like
here?
a slug shotgun though. I
Everything
don't know the
you
name, but it
find
was like,
from shop,
For smoke?
Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind
no,
me.
it wasn't smoke. It was
We can always make more money.
Doka
We're gonna
Beast, and
This fancy. I've seen shit.
it was basically the White Noise DLC characters. I don't know if you know who that is, but it was the hacker lady and then somebody else.
Hmm.
But it's not a free character. It's not a free
Yeah,
weapon
that's why I
either.
wouldn't know. Because I mean, I have R6 when I've played it before. But, I still have it installed. Just haven't played it. In fact, it needs to update, but right now,
That's cool.
I'm worried
I
about
just dodged
updating
all. Oh,
other
I'm dead.
games. I hope I have enough room for Fortnite.
Let me back up. I'm like the best player in this lobby.
Got off the mountain,
Wait.
rode east into some
Oh my god, this level,
country called the
this
Heartland.
infamy needs to get me.
Ain't been
Please
this
don't
far
save
east
him
in
before
many
me.
a year.
Please.
Are you playing
Do you have that
online
one?
or
Just seems a
campaign?
little
Oh
better.
yeah, okay, I'm playing on. Yeah, when
Eyes
you
are sparkling
infamy,
once
you
more.
have to be on that.
I can see
Yeah.
he's thinking a little clearer. I think we all feel a little happier. Despite of Blackwater and that whole mess.
Oh my god, my teammates got downed again.
Arthur?
Jose?
Quite a day.
Hurry up and get in the van so we can leave.
There's a bunch of the boys already in Valentine. Bill, Charles, and Javier. And Swanson found something.
Oh my god,
Down in the
we're all
train
getting
station
down like
on the lake,
consistently.
apparently. And Strauss came back with that creepy little smile on
Oh
his
my
face.
god,
I'm sure there's a whole list of
we're
unfortunates
dead.
he's forced money upon.
We're literally at the end of the heist, but everyone
Yeah?
is
I'm
dying.
gonna read a book.
You're not wrong for
Wow.
this.
Okay, well, I don't have a whole lot of money. But that's because I just started.
Oh, Arthur, my boy. My dear boy.
Hey, Dutch.
What's going on? Nothing. Nothing at all.
That guy got down so much that he got back in police custody.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
We're free. We're
Can you help me,
free
please? Thank you.
to plan our own futures once more. I hope so, Dutch.
The mission isn't ending for some odd reason.
You
Oh,
always
it's because the
kept it.
jacket is still
But
up.
I ain't losing it now.
Oh, there we go. I was like, the mission's not ending. Like, we're at the escape van, but it's not ending. But we did it though, so that's good.
Good day, Mr. Morgan.
What do you think of this place
Geez, that
so
was a
far?
pretty hard heist.
Improvement on the last, that's for sure.
Well, that ain't too hard.
Alright, well,
All
I
right,
think
well, I should be getting on.
that is the official end of my stream. Almost 2 hours. But that's going to be it because,